Throughout the entire history of war, there's always that one pattern that persists, which is no food and water supply. Of course, during the war, food will be prohibited from being imported into the country, and of course, the water will be contaminated, so there will be shortage of food and water. The competition among the civilians will be robbing each other for food and water, and the competition also creates a war within the country. Therefore, there's always a vicious cycle going on during or after the war. From the example, we can see we can hear the gunshots and explosions going on outside. Of course, this scenario will cause the fear and greed among the civilians, so they will fight for food and water. We can watch the example after this. During the war, gunshots and also explosions are inevitable. Therefore, innocent people, civilians, and also soldiers will die from the war every day. And this sadness is intolerable as they are just defending their country. From the example that will be shown later, we can see the sorrow that have to be gone through by the family members after their family died. The civilians who lose their homes and family members will have to bear the sadness and sorrow left after the war. And from the example, we can notice these civilians are actually suffering every day, and the trauma left behind will have to be borne every day after the war or during the war. Mom, I thought our house key. What's the point of house key? We have lost our home. Mom, I'm so cold. We lost our home again.
So, what is war actually?
From my opinions, I think the phenomena of war is highly complex and dynamic. With numerous elements play a role in both its beginning and its progress. War frequently results from a complex interplay from problems, power relation, and opposite viewpoints. They take place in historical, cultural, economic, and political factors. I think wars are frequently caused by conflicts over land, national pride, religions, and disagreement, and conflict for limited resources. Normally, great war between the way give way to more unbalanced war like terrorists, which provide suffer for people of all age. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Wehao. And Amirul, can I know any reasons for the outbreak of war?
So there are a lot of causes for war. Firstly, political tension. Political tension happens when two big block of parties from big countries is conflicting with each other. For example, like Russia and America. Second is economic factors. Economic factors happen when a country is having economic crisis and need to secure the economy. So they will try to find a way to find trade routes or anything to make their economy more stabilized, which require war where they need to get the trade routes. So that is all the causes of war.
In my point of view, one of the war impact that can bring is destruction of infrastructure. The bridge and the roof and the train, all that infrastructure will be destroyed during war. And then the second is the country will face debt because they're involved in war. They will borrow debt from other countries to purchase military equipment and to rescue the injured soldier. And my third point is the country will face low productivity in the future because every workforce they have is going to put in the country rebuild due to war, because everything was destroyed in the war. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Kai Xian. And moving to prevention, Hong Liang, can I know what strategies can be implemented to prevent war?
So in my opinion, maybe we can foster strong international collaborations through organizations like the United Nations to promote the use of diplomacy, sanctions, and collective actions to address global issues and prevent the escalations of conflicts. Next, we can emphasize the importance of respecting human rights and promoting social justice. Societies that prioritize the well-being of their citizens are less likely to engage in internal conflicts and external aggressions. So lastly, I think advocate for international agreements on arms control and disarmament are important to reduce the likelihood of military confrontations. Implement measures to limit the proliferation of weapons and promote global security through collective efforts. So that's all for me, Zing.
Okay, thank you, Hong Liang and everyone. So maybe we need to encourage global understanding, and choosing talk over fighting is important to avoid bad outcomes from war and build a foundation for lasting peace.
Think about the generations and say we want to make a better place for our children.